Hi, my name is Ria Mehta, and I am the president of the EmpowHer Club. At EmpowHer, our goal is to inspire and enable women in technology and various other fields. Our intention is to know successful women in their fields and learn from their journey, challenges they encountered, how they overcame those, and lessons learned along the way. Today, we have the honor of welcoming Mrs. Puja Shah. She is a mother, a seasoned professional, and has been working in the IT industry for many years. Mrs. Shah is known for her collaborative spirit, exceptional communication skills, and her genuine passion for empowering teams. Whether you're an aspiring analyst seeking guidance or a seasoned professional looking for fresh perspectives, she is here to inspire, educate, and engage us all. We are excited to know her journeys, challenges, and aspirations as a woman in IT. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Puja Shah. Welcome, and it's lovely to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So without further ado, let's just jump into the questions. So our first question is, what are some of your personal experiences or reasons that motivated you to pursue a career in IT?
Well, when I started in the IT industry, it was not more so being in the IT industry. It was about problem solving for me. If there is an issue and if I am having analytical skills to identify the issue and come up with solution, that was the driving factor for me. And it happened to be in the IT industry.
Yeah.
And I got more and more opportunities to do the same over a period of time, and with that my skill set increased. I got to work with a lot of amazing people. I learned a lot on the job as well, because the skill set that I came from, my educational background was in marketing, and masters in marketing. So this was a completely new field for me. So it was welcoming, it was challenging, and at the same time it was very fulfilling as well. So yeah, it's been around 10 years now that I am in this field, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I think that's really great, especially how like you didn't really start off in IT, you kind of were a marketing major before that. So it's nice to see how it kind of all came together as something that you wanted, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Moving on, given that you kind of switched gears into like a industry that was sort of different from, what you were used to or what your educational background was from, have you drawn any professional inspiration from other women in the field? Can you tell us about someone who has inspired you?
Absolutely. So, the first job that I started was with JP Morgan Chase, and my manager's manager was a really dynamic person. Her name was Aarti Gulati back in India, and she was, just an enigmatic personality. And at that point in time, when I was also new to the field, I wanted to kind of learn, and she became my mentor, and I learned a lot from her, especially because it was my first job right after graduation. It was like, a college campus job that I got, and I learned a lot from her. She was patient. She showed me the tricks of the trade, and it was just something that inspired me. So that was one of the starting points. And now I've come far in Bank of America as well. We have, so I work with Bank of America. I am a product manager here, and we have a lot of TAP students. So there are people who come in for internship in the summer, and then if they like and if they stick around, then there is a job opportunity for them, and they join the teams. So I have had the opportunity to mentor a couple of such people, and these have been women who come in from different backgrounds. Very fresh on board, they do not have the right skills, but they have the right mindset to learn. So I have been doing that for a couple of such great people who have newly joined the team, mentoring them on business analysis, mentoring them on just as simple as even writing an email, or how to write a minutes of the meeting and all of that, starting small, but encouraging them to do better, giving them the reins to run the meeting and all of that, starting small, but then they eventually catch up. And then when you see them do good after a couple of years, that's a very enriching feeling as well. And I'm also part of, we have in Bank of America WITO, which is Women in Technology and Operations. So it's like a annual thing where women from different walks of life within Bank of America come together. We hold a workshop for once in a year, and then a lot of women come in with encouraging thoughts, different backgrounds, and all of that, and we share our experiences, we share our challenges, because Most of the women are working, most of the women are single mothers, most of the not most but a lot of women are single mothers, a lot of women come from different backgrounds, different cultures and all of that, and how to create a healthy work atmosphere in a place where there are not so many women in technology is enriching to know from each other's experience. We learn, so I'm part of that group as well. So it's been a journey and it continues to be a good one as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You talked a little bit about, mentoring other people who are entering your field, when they do their summer internships and things like that. So, what is something that you wish you had known earlier about women and work in your career, or something that you wish someone had told you?
That it's not going to be easy. It will be challenging, and it does not matter whether, it's not gender based, it just is challenging, no matter what. But you need to come with the right set of mind. You need to be open to challenges. You need to be accepting of that, because a lot of times we see that, people don't have the like they come to the field but they are not ready. Oh, this was not in the job profile, how do I adjust according to that? Well, if you come with that persona, then you're not going to learn anything new. You need to constantly be adjusting of the way the job is, the way it demands things out of you that you probably didn't know you have in yourself. But at least be accepting of that. A lot of times I know of people who will accept few things as a, a deliverable or a task for them to do, and say, okay, I know how to do it, but then end up doing a half baked job. It's okay to say I don't know, and there are people who are open to teach you. There are people who are open to, take you under their wings and show it to you at least the first time. It's not that, you want hand holding all the time. But if you don't reach out to people who are seasoned, who are experienced, then you will not take advantage of these people and the knowledge that they have gathered over a period of time. So I when I came in, I was like a fresh slate. I would just walk up to people and I would be like, I don't know this, but I'm willing to learn. Can you teach me? And more often than not, I have seen that people are very open about it, very approachable about it. You just have to ask. And people help you out, and then don't make it a habit. It's not like, people would want to do your job. You learn after that. And that has really helped me. And I would have, and but I learned that on the job. If I knew that earlier on, that, it's okay, you can ask for help, then that would have been a different thing altogether for a lot of people who I see struggling to understand things when all they can do is just ask.
Yeah, I think that's super great. Just asking people is always a great way to, I guess, understand anything that you don't know. And I guess in ever evolving place such as IT, that becomes all the more important. Talking a little bit more about the workplace and sort of your perspective on it as a woman in the workplace. Have you faced any gender bias or stereotypes in the workplace? And if so, how did you go about handling it?
I personally have not faced such issues. But I have heard stories. Like I mentioned, I have been part of the Women in Technology and Operations team that BOFA encourages women to join and be a part of. A lot of women have had ethnicity issues. A lot of women have had, if maybe I can say we are in the tri-state area where we don't see a lot of such issues. I'm not saying there could be none. There would be, I'm sure, but I have not come across it per se or personally. But a lot of people coming in from different places in US itself, they face some ethnicity issues. The kind of soft racism, I would say, in other parts of the US, especially in the hinterlands of US. And their stories do let us know that, it's something that we should definitely be avoiding, in order to make sure that we create a healthy work environment for everyone around us. The numbers are less of women in other parts of the US, in the bank, in especially in IT, and that number, the organization is taking it very seriously, and over a period of time we have seen that number grow. So a lot of women are being encouraged. We hold a lot of workshops as well for women who are not part of the IT, but they can come into the IT field just to get a flavor of what is there to offer to them. It's not just, being a developer. It's also about testing. It's a lot about product management, a lot about portfolio management. You can be in the agile teams where there is a scrum master and all of it. So it's like a whole plethora of exposure and opportunities. And if you have the right acumen and you have the right skill set, then it doesn't matter what you have been doing so far. We are ready to, absorb you in the team. So we've held such workshops and we've seen the numbers grow. So it says something that, women are accepting and women are ready to take on the challenge and get into the IT and get their, hands dirty with the work.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting how Bank of America and other organizations hold workshops and stuff like that that sort of encourage women to enter this space, because obviously it can be a little intimidating hearing stories where ethnicity has been an issue, or just like stuff like that. That can be super intimidating. So it's really nice to know that like women have support in those areas. Shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about your life outside of work. How do you maintain a good work-life balance in a demanding field like IT, and what support do you think organizations should provide to help employees achieve this balance?
Well, one of the things earlier we used to go 5 days a week, right? And that was the way it was of work. But COVID changed the perspective. Especially in the IT, you have offshore teams, you have on-site teams. There are a lot of teams that are not based in the same location as well. So co-location is also not a possibility in many of these teams. And yet, the expectation of you going to the office 5 days a week was the norm, was the way it was earlier on. But with COVID, we realized that we can still be productive, we can still be effective while you are 5 days a week from home. But again, there are pros and cons of it. The collaboration, if the team is co-located, is a bit challenging. But I like the idea of the hybrid structure where you are going into the offices on similar days that your colleagues are. So that way you get to collaborate as much as you need to on a daily basis, or on whatever are the days that you have been allocated, so that there is one-on-one conversations. And the rest of the days you can, be at home, you can manage your kids schedule, you can take some downtime. And the best part about IT, or at least my job, is that I have now proven myself. So there are days that I will work probably 8 hours nonstop, or 10 hours if that's the nature of the beast. But there are days that I work probably 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm out of office because I have some dental appointment for the kids, or I have to accommodate any other personal, commitments that I have. And my team and my group is okay with it because they know that Puja, she has XYZ tasks. She will finish XYZ tasks before the due date. It's not gonna impact the work, even if she has to take care of the personal work that she has, whatever might be the case. So it's over a period of time that you build trust within the team. And then yeah, the hybrid model helps out too.
Yeah, I think especially with the change after COVID, I think a lot of workplaces are starting to incorporate like remote jobs or hybrid jobs, things like that. I think that's also super beneficial for people who have like younger children at home too. Just being
Yeah.
able to like look after them, even if you're not directly like with them, as long as you're in the same household, it obviously makes a huge difference.
Agreed.
Um,
I don't know how we will go back to 5 days now, if ever that happens. But I so far I'm not complaining about the hybrid structure. I like that. That has shown me the new possibilities of how I can manage the work-life balance.
Shifting gears, just one quick question before we conclude the meeting. In one sentence, if you were to give one piece of advice to young women who are starting to work in your field or just starting or beginning their jobs, what would it be? What would you like them to know?
I would say be a sponge, absorb, take in whatever you get to know. A lot of things are also learned just by observation. A lot of things, uh, I, it's my strategy that if I don't know, I keep quiet. A lot of people don't understand that in the meeting. They think that, or in, teams, they think that it's necessary to open your mouth to show your worth. I feel if you're not confident and knowledgeable enough to do that, you can be quiet and still, at the same time, be a sponge and absorb things, so that, for the next time onwards, you are better informed, you are a bit more knowledgeable, and ask for help. It's always good to ask for help and have questions. You have no idea, I'm like that kind of a person. If I am in a meeting, I will keep quiet at that point in time, but then I will go to that person and I'll be like, I'm raising my hand, I have few questions, and I'll note down those questions. What happened here? Why did you answer like this? What could have happened better? This and that. So I maintain a list of things that I don't know. I jot down the answers, so that next time onwards I am a little more informed, and I'm a little more aware of what is going on around my surroundings. Everything that I have learned in IT has been because I have been observant and I have asked questions. Probably I've come across as annoying many a times, that, oh my God, here she comes again. But to my advantage, it has worked out. I really don't care if I have been found annoying, but I have learned it, because I didn't come from the field, and a lot of people were approachable, and a lot of people helped me out in the process, one of them being your mother as well. So it's been quite a journey. So I would just say, don't be shy, ask questions, and open your mouth when you think you are confident about what's going to come out of it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's all the questions that I had for you today. I just wanted to say thank you once again for all of your valuable insight. I'm sure this is going to be super useful to anyone out there who needs it. And yeah,
Thank you. It was great talking to you, Ria. I think you're doing a great job with Empower Her, or however the name is. But I like the name as well. The strategy behind that name is very unique, and it puts forth what you are going for. So all the best for that.
thank you.